Guys, I'm so excited today to introduce to you the king of all media.
Hi, my loves.
Choice TV, forget Howard Stern, forget Oprah. This is the new king of all media, okay? I'm so excited because I have my first in-person collab. You're watching the Bear Pantry Show. My name is Barbara, and for over a decade, I've been teaching viewers and subscribers how to cook authentic dishes from my home country of Belize and many other delicious dishes from basic ingredients. Alright, before we get started, I'm going to let you guys know that Troyce cusses on his platform. And we don't ever stifle our guests when they come here. So he's going to cuss if he wants to, and I'm not going to bleep it out. So if you guys don't like that, you have sensitive ears, then just cut off this video and go to one of my 1,400 other videos that I have here. Because we're going to have some conversation and have some fun and eat some good food. I hope you can, can you see the food choice?
Or you could just watch us on mute because we're beautiful. And you could just watch our beautiful faces.
For real, for real. I like that you wear all these hats, and I wear hats too from time to time.
Yeah, I love.
Well, first of all, thank you for coming because you came a far way.
Yeah.
I don't live close to you.
Yeah.
We're in the same state, but I'm not close to Troyce.
Yeah.
So, and it's okay to call you Troyce, right?
Yeah, Troyce is fine.
Because I know he introduces his first name on his show, but I want to make sure.
But Troyce is fine. All
right, so let's do what B Loves taught us and do a
thumbnail.
Thumbnail. You want to grab that?
Oh yes.
Grab that.
This looks so pretty.
It has a lot of color, right? I'll grab the oxtail.
The presentation is everything. You got to open up a restaurant one day. Oh, we're good. We're good.
Do your eye. Do the eye thing you do. Where you show the whites.
Oh, yeah.
You show the whites just the...
I also like the song you sing on the end.
Oh, yeah. Where I sing my intros. Yeah, because YouTube love copyrighting my shit. I'm tired of them copyrighting me. Like, I get like a copyright every other month. Because I have like 500 videos. Every other month I'll get like a copyright from a video I posted 5 years ago.
Is it a strike?
No, not a strike. The copyright is just we're going to monetize this because you're using copyrighted music. And I just started singing my outros. Because I'm like, yeah, no. Like,
so kind of like what I just told you when I taped that, I went live at that wedding and they played all those songs.
Yeah.
And they're like, you can keep it up, but you can't monetize it, right?
Yep.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Because YouTube used to have this thing where they said you could only use 15 seconds of copyrighted music. And then they changed the rules and a lot of artists were getting annoyed. So now they're like, nope, don't use our shit at all.
Oh.
Yeah. So now
is the artist the one that's doing that?
Their team, their label. Like the label get the labels usually get like a notification in their system, and then they say, nope, I want to copyright this, I want to monetize this, I want to monetize that.
Oh,
so, yeah.
Okay. See, you explain a whole lot. All right, Troyce, let me tell you what we have here first of all. We cooked for 2 days, guys. We're so excited. Oh, we have the meal that we call the most popular meal in Belize. We call it 1, 2, 3 as a nickname because it's rice and beans mixed together, right? Do you guys have that in Haiti?
Yeah, we do. We call it Di Kole.
Di Kole?
Ziri Kole.
Diri Kole. Okay. What kind of beans do you guys use?
Sometimes we use, let me see.
Has to be a hard beans, right?
Yeah, we use I think we use like peas or something like that.
Okay, so that's why maybe they call it rice and peas.
Yeah.
We use red kidney for ours. And it's cooked, to like mush, and then Joe put the rice in there and cooked it with coconut milk. So you can start serving that if you want to taste that while I explain everything else. So we have oxtail, because we're not going to have anybody ever come here, especially people from the Caribbean, people of color, and we're not going to make oxtail, okay? Yeah. And Joe did his thing with the oxtail.
And this is your
plate? Then we're gonna no, that's yours, so you can start serving whatever you want to taste. And I'm just having stuff, I'm going to move stuff out the way in a little while. We have meat pies, all right? This is the with ground beef. Okay. And you can grab one of these too for Joe to like take this out of the way for us in a little while. And then we have this meal right here. It's our second most popular meal, I would say. This is called boil up. And these are called ground food, and they're all boiled. Everything's boiled. The fish is boiled. The pigtail is boiled. The bread right here is boiled, and all these are boiled. And you normally eat this with the egg. Okay, egg. So this one, it can be called like a rich person's meal and a poor person's meal because look how many meats are in here, right? Yeah. The pigtail, the fish, and the egg. But if you're poor in Belize, you just eat these with a little bit of coconut oil and you're full.
Coconut oil?
You're not going to starve, right? Right?
Huh? Put coconut oil on the boil.
Yeah, that's what Joe normally puts on the boil up, but I don't like it like that, so I make a sauce with onion and tomato. You want to try it with the coconut oil? You can heat some up. Heat some up, babe. Thank you, baby. And bring some of the stewed chicken. We have stewed chicken. We have panades. No, Mexicans will call this empanada. And I think other cultures call it too, not just Mexicans. So this one has beans in it, the refried beans like this. Okay. Oh, the chicken? Is that what I sent you for?
It's a stewed chicken.
No, chicken.
Okay, also the coconut oil.
Stewed chicken,
The coconut
yeah.
oil.
I know.
Okay, cool. This one has fish in it. Now, growing up in Belize, they use a fish called Bony Fish. And I think it has a lot of bones, just like the name says. You know, with Belizeans, we tend to name things exactly what they look like, right?
Okay.
But in here, we put tuna because we live here. Some people will put mackerel.
I love tuna.
So we put tuna. So we cook the tuna first.
Okay.
With, you know, onion, cilantro, and salt and pepper and stuff, and I put some jalapenos in that. And then you put the masa and you fry it. Okay. And then this one's Garnachus. No, there's a big debate with my Garnachus. You guys know. You guys are going to drag me. This one?
Like a pastry? Yeah. Like, oh, no.
No, this is just corn tortilla. Corn tortilla that Joe fried. And what you do with
That's
this, you spread the beans on. So it's like a taco. But in the olden days in Belize, you put the beans on and then you put an onion sauce and the cheese. This Dutch cheese. Like right here. But my mom didn't like it like that because it was dry. And so she did where she put the beans, she makes a tomato sauce with onion and some of the cheese in there, and then put the cheese. So you could try it both ways if you wanted to.
Yeah.
So
Joe did a really good job, by the way, because those look perfect.
They're hard for me to fry. I suck at frying food.
They're perfect. I'm like
Joe's a good fryer.
I'm like, they're perfect. Like you would think.
Go ahead, serve. Enjoy. I'm gonna put some on my plate in a little while.
I was just telling Barbara, you guys should really open up a restaurant one day. Like, you ever just thought about, like, maybe filling that demand? Because, you know, this is, like, you know, there's not that many Belizean restaurants in Southern California. So, in general, I think you guys should, like, open up a restaurant.
Well, there's a lot of them down there in L.A., but not out this side by me, in the IE. Yeah. And you can say the city that I live to because they already know. You don't have to cover that because the mayor came here already. So once the mayor came, everybody knows where I live. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They know the city, right?
Yeah.
Well, I want to build one.
They know better not to show up though.
Oh, they better not.
Joe gonna beat them up.
You can say what you wanted to say.
Okay.
I like the way you edited yourself. Yeah. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
What happened?
A little pot dropped off the top of the fridge.
Cool. Off the top of the fridge?
The little cookie jar. Yeah.
Ooh, did it break?
No. Surprisingly.
Okay. So did you want to try it with the sauce?
Oh yes, of course.
What the crazy was that?
So some people in Belize, because they don't want to put the sauce, they put ketchup. Now I like ketchup, but I don't want it on this. That's my thing. And then they drag me, and I'm like, make it the way you want to make it. Why you gonna drag me for my own food?
Exactly.
That's the main thing, right? See how that looks?
Oh yeah, so pretty. I'm so excited.
Okay, there. And then
some pepper on that?
Oh yeah, pepper. Yeah. Let's try the Belizean hot
sauce. Oh my
sauce.
god. You want to try this?
Oh yeah, that too. This. Yeah.
You can stand heat, right?
Yeah. Oh no, I have a high heat tolerance.
Okay, good.
I eat them. I drink Matus like it's water. Like all that. Habanero peppers, all that stuff.
I'll make one of these for myself. So Troyce, I have to let you guys know, Troyce was born and raised in Florida, but he recently moved to California, as recently like 18 months ago?
No,
was that how long?
Like 13 months ago.
13 months ago. Yeah. And I wanted to reach out to him, but there was a whole shutdown going on, so I couldn't. And then I reached out to him, but he didn't get my email because, you know, people are trolling him. And so he said that, and because you always answer me.
Yeah.
When I write in your comments, you always answer me. Because I never say anything, I never say negative things on people's page in YouTube. And I watch a lot of YouTubers, I'm always uplifting. And he says, write me again, Bare Pantry Show. And I wrote him and he says, yes. He said yes immediately. Yeah. You know, so I like that. Yeah. I like that you didn't cut your style on me, you know?
Oh, yeah, I know. Because when you reached out to me, I was like, oh, yeah, I don't mind at all. Like, the thing is, I don't mind doing collabs at all. Like, I don't mind. Because the thing is, I don't know that many people in California. I'm still new in California. So when you reached out to collab, I was like, yeah, why not? I haven't done any collabs at all in California.
Really?
It's my first collab in California.
I feel special.
When your dog's coming,
she won't do nothing to you.
Okay. Does she usually you guys
likes to
give
beg.
her food? Oh, really?
Well, we feed her, we cook for her, but I don't like them to feed her in between because she has a real sensitive stomach. You start giving her too much stuff, she's going to start getting sick later tonight. So I feed her morning and night, you know?
Just nice, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Pepper is just right.
The onion?
Mm-hmm. This one.
Oh, yeah, that's
this
really
one
good.
has the cheese in it. This cheese is built into this one.
Can we get a little more of that?
Mm-hmm. Go. And we have more if you need Joe to heat up some more, okay?
Thank you.
So, do you think you would like that with ketchup?
Yeah, I would.
You would too?
Yeah.
I like ketchup, but not on
ketchup.
this. I like it, but not on this.
I like everything with ketchup, hot sauce, mayo. You've seen my videos. I used to go crazy with the food combinations. Yeah.
I'll put your meat pies over here.
Yeah.
So,
On top, but speaking of, because earlier we were talking about like your restaurant, you would never open a restaurant.
No. You know why?
Too much maintenance?
Yeah. When you open a restaurant, you know, we had a business, I told you. We spoke on Saturday, you guys should know. Today is Monday when we're recording this, Monday, April the 4th. And we spoke on Saturday, like, when we started talking on the phone, it was like we knew each other forever. You know, and Troyce is very good at asking questions and not letting you feel like you're being interrogated.
Yeah.
You know, some people are like that. They ask you questions like, okay, what's he trying to find out?
Yeah.
Right? No, it was easy conversation, like we're all spirits together. And so I told him already that we had a business before. So we had that bottle printing business. We had it in a complex where there were a bunch of restaurants and they all went belly up. They say, if you want to go broke, like if you want to earn $1 million, start off with like 10 million and buy a restaurant. And you're going to be left with 1 million when you're done. That's how bad restaurants are. And it's like, no, I don't want to go broke. And I don't want to work hard the rest of my life. Restaurant is hard work.
Yeah.
You know?
And you don't want to like work hard to have to pay off a loan just to... I feel like you just want to be happy doing it. You just like feeding people, making your...
I just like making the videos.
Yeah.
And I like teaching people how to cook so they can learn from the cookbooks. You know what I mean?
Teach them to make it their damn self instead of just coming to you and expecting you to open a restaurant.
You know how many people have learned from me and come back to tell me that because of me they opened their restaurant. And that really, really blesses me. Because to know that, like, there was one guy in Florida, I don't remember what city he was in though, he says, you taught me how to make the panades. And the panades uses a different sauce too when you're ready to try that.
Okay.
And he says, you taught me how to make the panades and now I have my panades shop. Sometimes people open a shop and just have panades. And then I wonder too, you have none there, okay? I wonder too, like in LA, like when they sell the meat pies and stuff, do they have like a mom and pop at home making it and then dropping it off to the restaurant? Because I don't know how they could do all of this every day.
Oh no, a lot of them can't. A lot of them have to literally heat and serve. Like make them shits literally like a week in advance. Throw them, and then put them out there. People don't buy them. All right, throw them in the freezer. Serve them to the public. But sometimes empanadas that have to be fresh. Like if they're not fresh or made within the same day, they're not going to be as good anymore. And that takes away the love aspect. And I think that's the issue of a lot of restaurants is a lot of them don't have love when they make food.
And these panades, they heat up good in the air fryer, but just for like a couple of days. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys the dessert. I made cake, jam rolls, and bread pudding, because that's my mom's recipe for the bread pudding. The jam roll, I made it because you'll find that at a Belize restaurant, but you're not going to find it the way I make it. So that's why I wanted to explain all that when you get to that. And then the cake, in this one has the boiled milk, the caramel, and then the one has like the royal icing. So I tried to do a little bit of everything except for breakfast stuff. I did make some powder buns that I'm not showing here because I'm going to show it after, because you asked me in that phone call what would be like the best thing that I can make, right?
Yep.
And I told you powder bun, right? I think I could open a shop with that. Joe wanted to get that in Starbucks. You know how the people go get their scones and their muffins or whatever and their drink, right? He says, let's try to get it in there. But I heard when it comes to Starbucks, if they even get you in there, they will buy over your entire business and stop you from making your own thing because they want to buy that one thing. That's what I heard.
They tend to do that a lot of times. So they'll be like, we'll buy you out. And then they'll also like try to find cheaper ways to make it. But that's usually what happens.
You know how B Loves has her sauce?
Yes.
What I would like to do if I did food would be like the powder bun, but in a box. The powdered parts, and then just add the wet. Because to make that, it's just flour, sugar, butter, cinnamon. Those all dry, right?
Yeah.
Right? Well, the butter's not dry. We have to figure out how to get the fat in there.
Yeah.
And then what else? The milk. And sometimes you can make it with an egg. I have two different recipes going.
Okay.
So when they get it, they would just dump out the contents and add milk and egg and butter. You know what I mean? Like when you get a box cake?
Yeah.
Like that. I think that's what I would like. Have you ever met the Batty Twins?
I have not, but I watched their videos.
They're funny, right?
They're funny. I bought their body sauce. Did you try their body sauce?
I went to go buy, but they were all sold out.
Oh wow. It's incredible. I like it. It's good. It's like a tomato sauce or like a
It comes made already, right?
Yeah.
Not like B-Love stuff, you have to make it. Did you try hers? I tried the second one she made, the spicy one. And I did a review on it for Amazon, so whenever she sells a sauce, I get paid.
Yeah. I like her sauce. I just can't eat it every day. Ever since I lost weight, I was like, ooh, let me read the ingredients. And I was like, okay, let me just tone it down, maybe treat it as a dessert, and I'll come back. But her sauce is great. It tastes even better when you let it sit and marinate in the fridge. Or when you add like Sprite or Coca-Cola. I don't know if you do that.
Her sauce has a lot of MSG. And some people have asked her if she can take that out, and she said no. I don't think it's her though. I don't think it's her meaning to be no kind of way.
Okay.
MSG is a preservative. And it has to be in a lot of stuff that you're going to package and sell. I bet you if I wanted to sell this, and it had to have a shelf life, they would have to add MSG into that or something. So
citric acid.
Yeah, so she told them that she couldn't take it out. So I have trouble with MSG. That's why I cook at home. That's why I don't eat out on the street. And even when I went to that wedding, I didn't eat because I didn't know if my aunt cooked with Liam-Perrins and stuff like that. And that stuff has MSG, right?
And it triggers your anxiety.
No, it triggers. I get water retention. And then it kind of make my chest get tight, like it's in here, like the water's in here.
Oh my!
And then it messes with my balance in my ear because I have a thing called Meniere's, and so I can't eat anything with MSG. And if I do eat it, I have to take a diuretic, like immediately, or I can't even get out of bed. The whole room's spinning, and it's just crazy, you know. So and it gives you headache and all type of stuff. So that's why I cook at home. And MSG hides on a different name on the stuff. Like if you see hydrolyzed protein, modified protein, natural flavors. It hides on a natural flavor. So, but I tried it for the to do the reviews because I had to taste it, right? But I wouldn't be able to eat it. But it tastes good.
This.
No, I've been telling people that you're a blogger. Is that what you advertise yourself as?
Blogger, commentator. Blog, commentator, YouTuber.
But unlike celebrity bloggers, Troyce doesn't just talk about celebrities. He talks about a varied amount of topics. I started to watch him back in probably 2016, right when my mom was sick. I don't know how you came up on my feed, but I saw you were having issues with a family member.
Yeah.
And that video you know what? It wasn't even funny to me. It was just like, damn, I feel what you're talking. I really feel it. And I started to watch you. And I watch often. You can tell I watch often because I know all the stuff that goes on in between. And then, when did you start doing mukbangs?
I started doing mukbangs just randomly. Like when I'd be like talking shit about like, oh my god, my sister's a bitch. These people fucking suck. What the hell? Get me out of here. That's when I was just like, okay, you know what? Let me enjoy my fruit snacks or like my extra chicken. Let me just eat while I talk because I haven't eaten all day. And then people just like thought that was funny. Like the aspect of me just talking shit and dragging people with a turkey leg in my hand. So then I was just like, okay.
Sometimes he doesn't even eat the thing.
Yeah.
Because you get so into the cussing and the dragging.
Sometimes I'm so into it. So then people were just like, I wonder what you're going to eat in your next video. Because I did it twice. And I was like, you know, let me just eat my videos. And I didn't even know what mukbangs were. I was just eating my videos. And then 3 years later, people are like, oh, there's a name for that. It's called mukbangs. I'm like, what the hell is that? I've been doing this for years. Is that what it's called? So I just started keeping it up. And I just started, you know, getting crazy with the food combinations and portions. And started eating alligators and stuff.
I saw it. Didn't you eat alligator twice?
Yeah. Oh, no, 3 times.
3 times,
yeah.
Okay.
3 alligator. But you still got to try alligator. Both out the head and
okay,
it's
let me ask you something. What's in the body when it's sitting there like a whole carcass up there? They took the guts out, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
They take basically they cut his stomach from like the neck all the way to his like belly button. They gut it, clean it out, and it's like as you say, like it looks like the inside of a turkey.
Okay.
So it's completely clean.
Like the cavity, okay.
The only thing that's in there.
Do they fry it?
Usually they skin it, they gut it, they take off all the skin. I believe they sanitize it, they let it sit in water, and after that they just freeze it. So it's already clean when you get it. And then they put it like in plastic bags, and then they put it in like a styrofoam box, and then they put it in the freezer, and it sits in the freezer for like hours at like the lowest, coldest temperature to keep it as fresh as possible.
So when you get it, do you have to cook it?
Yes, I have to cook the whole thing. It doesn't come cooked like that. So basically what I do is, the best way to put it is when it comes to an alligator, and you'll insert a clip of me eating an alligator or a picture. When it comes to an alligator, when it looks like that, I have to, take out the little box. I have to wait for it to thaw out, and it takes like sometimes 4 hours for it to thaw out, which is crazy. After it thaws out, I put some lemon on it to make it smell good, put some vinegar, and then after that, I let it dry, put some seasonings on it, and then just wrap that shit in a circle and just throw that shit in the oven, and then boom, done. After like 8 hours of it cooking in the oven. 10 hours in the oven.
What does it smell like when it's cooking?
It smells like a seafood and chicken market. It smells really good. It smells immaculate.
I wouldn't think it would smell like seafood.
It does. It smells really good. It has like this savory seafood scent, and it has like this unique musky scent. It's very seafoodish meat. It's amazing.
What does the meat like texture wise?
Oh my god, incredible! Better than chicken, better than fish.
So the texture doesn't feel like beef?
Nope, not at all. Not at all. It's very soft and savory and smooth. You don't even feel bloated after eating it. Like I ate a whole bunch of it, and you know how after eating chicken you feel a little bloated sometimes. With alligator you don't. So I love alligator. It's my favorite meat. Yeah, that's why I creep people out and eat it every single month. And I'm probably gonna order another one.
When I One Pot Chef doesn't post too much anymore, but when he was posting often, people asked him like from America to eat kangaroo because he's in Australia, and he said he would never eat that on camera. He says they eat it. In Australia, it's their main thing, but he says I wouldn't eat it on camera because I'm gonna get dragged.
Oh wow!
The people dragged him for eating the kangaroo, and that's one of their native things. You know what I mean?
But I feel like one thing I've learned is like alligator. And I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look very appetizing with the head and stuff. But one thing that eating alligator has taught me, alligator has opened my mind and taught me. You know what? Some cultures eat the craziest shit, right? Like I was looking up videos, and I know in certain parts of Korea or even Nigeria, they'll eat a dog. You may never eat that shit because you're just like, okay, well, I'm good.
In the Philippines too, they eat dog. Yeah. In certain parts, not in all of it.
Yeah. And then you grew up in Belize. There's certain things that you guys eat that people be like, oh, hell no, I'm good, bitch. Fuck that shit.
Give not?
Yeah.
That's from the rodent family. It's big.
And it was good. You loved it growing up.
I didn't know when I ate it because they tricked us. They stew everything like this and say, chicken, shut up and eat it. It's chicken, shut up and eat it. We eat turtle, you know. I never liked pigtail growing up. And it's not because it's the tail of the pig. Because I eat oxtails, right? I just don't like, when you taste it, you have to tell me what you think. I just don't like that it's just like skin and fat and salt and there's no meat. I want meat. So if you take a nibble of that, tell me what you think. You don't have to like it. I've already told him if he doesn't like something, he doesn't have to force himself to pretend like he likes it because this is our cultural food and it doesn't mean that every culture is going to like it or every person's going to like it. You know what I mean?
I'm obsessed with the stew chicken.
You liked it? Did you taste the oxtail yet?
That's nuts.
And you like the pepper?
And
he brought us a gift. He brought us some Matux pepper sauce. That pepper sauce hot. Do you like that one? The Matux? Oh, did you want something to drink?
Yeah.
You want some water?
Yeah.
Josh, can you bring us some water, babe?
You want some ice?
Mine's on the table. It's right into the hot sauce.
Bring me one too, Josh.
What are you looking for?
The water?
It's by the hot
of
sauce.
water?
And I never pray on my mukbangs because I wasn't raised to pray over my food. And now some family members are doing that, some of my close family members, and they're like, why do you keep saying that? I said, we weren't. We weren't raised to pray over the food.
Yeah.
But I run a joke all the time and go, I don't have to pray over my... Bring me some, baby, in my cup.
Yeah.
Water.
Have you tried meat pies yet?
He'll get to it.
Try the meat pies. That's top shelf.
You might have to take a bite of everything.
That's like a birthday dinner. You get that on birthday.
He gets that on his birthday in June.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna try it.
I remember what was I telling you about my mom? I forgot. We'll come back to it.
Y'all weren't taught to pray over your food.
Oh, we went taught to pray over the food. And I always run a joke. Yes, a little bit. That I don't have to pray over my food because I know how to cook.
Yeah.
This one, I have a thing here for you.
That's a good one. You know how to cook so you don't pray over it.
Did you see a plastic utensil here? Like a black fork? That one.
Yep.
Use that in the pepper sauce so it doesn't go bad. Don't use metal utensil ever because it'll go bad quicker.
Okay. Oh, that's fine.
So bring that one.
I can tell you've done this.
And if you like this, Joe made that for you, okay? For you to take that one home. This one.
Oh, perfect. Excellent. Thank you so much.
If you like it. And he says he can tolerate heat.
Yeah, I have a high heat tolerance.
I love to watch videos too where people are like eating something hot and then they pretend not to know that it's something hot. Thank you, baby. And then they start, like, remember Zelle started with that?
Oh, yeah.
And Prissy P started with that?
Yep.
But I think Prissy P wasn't pretending though. She really did not expect that thing to be hot. But Zelle, I think she was pretending. Who the hell doesn't know that habanero is not a cherry?
Oh,
remember?
Yeah, at that point it's like, okay, at that point they're just asking for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you ever do like a spicy food challenge? Like the spicy ramen thing people are doing?
No, because I can't tolerate a lot of heat. But Joe and Joshua could. You know, I can't even tolerate Takis. The heat from that. And I'm born and raised in Belize. I told you I'm chicken.
Oh, yeah.
It gets in there and it's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
It starts to give me a headache, all type of... You see how much pepper you put on that thing?
What happened?
You see how much pepper you put on that thing?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
For you.
Oh, yeah. No, listen, I love it. I love it. I love it. Because this hot sauce is okay, but it's not like fierce. I was like, okay,
that one's
good.
mild, though, right? Yeah, it says mild.
Oh, okay, that's probably what it was. I was like, oh, this is it. That's it. That's Belizean hot sauce. I'm like, I can't handle that.
That's not the fiery hot. And then she has no whim salad. She has comatose. She has I shouldn't advertise for her. I really should not advertise for her. She comes every now and again. I don't know that it's her, but somebody that works for her will come in and again and spam my comments and go, get you Mary Sharp. I'm like, you need the page just like everybody else.
Yeah.
They take advantage, right? I'm gonna dive into a meat pie. You're gonna dive into the oxtail?
Oh yeah, the oxtail. I already took
So
the
Joe
bite.
stewed the oxtail just the way he did the chicken. And I noticed you said earlier when you did the alligator that you put lemon or vinegar on it. Is that because of your Haitian upbringing? Because people drive me for that too.
Yep.
Not Caribbean people, but other
many
people.
parts of the Caribbean, they use vinegar, which is normal, but we in the Caribbean, but more specifically Haiti, use limes, and we use limes, and we also use sour oranges to clean the chickens because apparently it gives it a more flavorful taste and it makes it smell better when it's being cooked.
You know what I learned too, Choice? That the citrus, or the acid from the citrus and the acid from the vinegar makes the meat more tender. It's not just even a flavor, it's a texture thing.
Oh, this is incredible. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Joe.
You eating
Shout out to Joe. This is so good.
Do you guys see him eating the pepper sauce? And I'm over here like a big wimp.
This is immaculate.
I can see which meal he likes. Yeah, so Choice was asking me a lot of questions on Saturday. And I told him that YouTube is my full-time job now since January 2017. Because we had a bottle printing company for 15 years. And we had ups and downs. We had like major success, in the middle. And the recession hit. And a lot of the big companies closed. But we didn't close because we were just me, Joe, and Josh. And before that, we had employees. Like a couple now and again. And then, they move on or whatever. But it was just me, Joe, and Josh. And so we were able to weather the storm of the recession, right? Where a lot of big companies closed down. So, what do you get? The whistle?
Boom.
The bone off of the thing. Yeah, so we shut it down, and Joe wasn't quite at retirement age yet, at 62 point whatever you need to be for early retirement.
Right.
So we just kind of muscled through with the kids' help. And we made it end of 2019 for him to start getting his social security early. Okay. And a lot of people are like, well, you're going to lose a lot of money if you get it early. But
it was worth it.
I have to be very careful how I say this because I don't want to put things in the atmosphere, right? A lot of people don't even make it to 65 point whatever that you need to go.
And then before you know it, you already died before you even get a chance to even use it.
A lot of people I've seen in my own family.
And when the government gets to just pocket it, aging is really a blessing, but take advantage of it now.
You're gonna need ice cream for your bottom when you go to the bathroom later.
Bro, trust me, I'm good. I'm obsessed.
Yeah, so we're doing
I'm
full time.
obsessed.
So you've been full time on YouTube how long?
4 years, so since 2018. And basically,
do you ever work another job besides YouTube?
No, I just do YouTube. I do Patreon too, and I have a podcast.
What do you do at Patreon?
Patreon is like private videos, so I do like private mukbangs where it's just me, or I'll like answer questions that I wouldn't put on YouTube, or I'll just get on my Patreon and I'll talk about topics that are a little bit like, okay, the internet is not ready for that, neither is YouTube.
Don't you get demonetized if you use the word BLACK in the topic too, in the title?
Yes, sometimes depending on the context, but a lot of times when you put
like when you talked about the one hair, BLACK hair, you remember you did a whole video on hair?
I had to censor it a little bit because if it's like social, political, they'll be like, oh, demonetized. You might get away with it, but a lot of times they're like, nope, demonetized. So yes, with a lot of content I post on Patreon that I can't post on YouTube.
How much is your Patreon?
My Patreon is $2 a month.
That's cheap. I'm gonna come join. I follow. I'm a member of Larry Reed's live Patreon. That's the only Patreon.
Would you like some rice?
No, I'm good. I'm eating the pie. I'm enjoying this conversation so much. Good.
Go ahead.
So, the reason I follow Larry Reed live Patreon is because he teaches you about the stock market, and that's something me and Joe want to start diving into. I know you're invested in the stock market, right? How did you learn how to do that? Just on your own?
Reading books about it, And I used to like always ask people like, how do I get into that? How do I do that? And they would never reply or answer. But a lot of times because they're being selfish and they won't want to share it. Or a lot of times because they just don't feel like teaching me. So I was like, no, I'm just teach myself. That's the only thing you can really do because a lot of people won't teach you shit unless you pay them. But I just read books, Google search, and mostly YouTube, and I was like, oh, this shit is easy. Like, what the hell? And then I learned it, and I just invested. And I mainly buy stocks through my brokerage account because I have a retirement account. So I just buy it through there.
Joe signed up for Webull.
Webull's incredible.
That's good?
Yeah, it's good. It's a good app. It's a good app.
Jada, my daughter, is using CashApp.
CashApp is
What do you feel about that? Because they don't have retirement in CashApp.
They don't. They usually recommend if you buy stocks. Well, Robinhood, Webull, like those are good platforms.
Okay.
And CashApp is cool. But usually for long-term stocks, you should buy them with your retirement account, like Charles Schwab, Fidelity, or whatever you use. Vanguard. Because if you buy them with your brokerage account, you'll be least likely to sell them.
Okay.
So that's part of your retirement account.
Well, do you think Joe should be doing that? He's 64. Retirement account still? Because he plans to live to be over 100.
I see it.
His dad's 90. His mom's 83. And his mom has everything wrong with her and she's still alive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're strong. They have long life. We have long life we have short and long life in my side of the family because a lot of people die at 69 and 70 in my family, but there have been people that live to be 105 in my family too, on my mom's people's side, right? So Joe plans to live forever. Joe said he's gonna ugly away. He's not gonna die. He's just gonna get ugly and ugly and ugly. Joe crazy. And film with Choice's camera, babe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so let's see.
You guys, my viewers.
Yeah, just film us for like 1
I'm gonna
minute.
put Troy's stuff down in the description below so you can go find him, and then he's gonna be putting my stuff on all his social media stuff so his people can come find me. It's gonna be cool. This is behind the scenes, Josh. It's hooked up on my camera. Okay, there we go. Okay, Choice, look at your camera. Clean up my mouth.
This shit's good.
Oh my goodness. So there's something that I will share with you off camera about a stock that we're going to invest in the next few months.
You can't say it on camera?
No, because it's in Larry Reed Live Patreon and he's asked us not to share it publicly. But I'll share it with you privately.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and he's like, don't share it with the people who are not Patreons because they need to come pay that money.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't blame him.
I don't blame him.
But it's a stock that you're going to want to invest in. And I've told my people, I haven't even promoted my Patreon because my Patreon, I just put vlogs. And I haven't even promoted mine in the past few days because I've told my people, go to Larry Reed Live if you guys want to get rich when we get rich, because people will see you level up and they'll say, I'm here like when you used to be poor, right? But they don't want to do what you're doing to level up. And I'm like, I'm paying that $12 a month for that lady to come on every Wednesday and tell us which stocks to buy and when to sell it and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So it's like, you go do the same thing. And a few people went. A few of my viewers, they're take charge people. They went and they joined right away. And they're like, thank you. We know what we're going to buy. And when we're going to buy it. We have a date and all.
What's that guy's name again?
Larry Reed Live. So, he's a pastor, right? And he had a brick and mortar building. I think he had several in different states. And then a few years before the pandemic, because he said he's a prophet. And he said the Holy Ghost told him to shut down the brick and mortar business, the building for the church, and do church online. And he didn't want to do church online, so he started to do what you do, comment.
No.
But he kind of fell into his niche kind of by accident because all these pastors are doing ratchet stuff. He tells the story. No, he doesn't go dig up the story and bring it out. If it's already public, he'll put it out there on his platform. So these pastors are now saying in their pulpit, what's going on there? You hear that bird?
Yeah, it's like right.
Okay. It says the pastors in their pulpit are saying, y'all better act right because you're going to end up on Larry Reed Live. And so he has words that he made up, Choice.
Yeah.
That only a follower would know what the words mean.
Like a secret code, like a
Yeah.
language.
Yeah. And so
Like an inside joke in a way.
and so he cusses on his platform, but he doesn't really cuss because he's a preacher, so he doesn't want to cuss. So he puts an R in the middle of the F bomb, right? And say fruck. Right? But that's why I say I don't know why people have issues with bad words, because they're just words.
They really are.
What they should worry about is the true curse that people speak over you, like drop dead. Those are true curses. Those are true curses, right? He said...
Or when they wish bad on you, when you say, I'm gonna go into this, and they say, oh, watch that fail, da-da-da. Those are, yeah, you're woke.
Yeah,
so...
tuned. Yeah, it's like Will Smith not cussing in his rap songs, but then you're going to slap a whole man. Because you got mad. Yeah. And what do you think about that? Because at first I was 1,000,000% sure that it was all staged.
Me too.
Now I'm questioning. What do you think?
Okay.
What do you think?
At first I was like, okay, it's got to be planned. But then you see, like, you hear updates that the Academy recently dropped Will Smith and he's no longer invited to any more Academy Awards. At that point I was like, okay, at this point, if Will Smith isn't invited to any more Academy Awards, it has to be real. So then I was like, okay, this is real. But then again, I think that your correspondence isn't the answer. It's not right. But then it's like, how would your husband Joe feel if somebody disrespected your looks?
Honestly, with that thing with Will Smith and Jada, it wouldn't... Well, okay, if I were Jada, right? Right. I wouldn't allow Joe to get up there and do something like that because I know what the fallout's going to be. So she had to know, but she's like so manipulative, like she just gave him this eye. And I didn't even feel like she was offended because she's had her head shaved forever. Yeah. And alopecia, she don't really have that. I don't think she has that because that's like that.
She claims
said she was fine with it.
Yeah, there was a clip of her saying that she was okay with her bald head and no one could tell her anything.
At first, I thought even Chris Rock was involved in it and the Academy was involved in it. And he leaned into it. But then Joshua keeps showing me, goes, he has a learning disability. Chris Rock does. He's nonverbal. Have you heard about that?
I didn't know that. No.
Yeah, he doesn't understand nonverbal cues.
Oh,
so if you don't tell him something verbally, he won't, like, you know how...
Sounds like PDD.
You know how your Haitian mother and my Belizean mother will do this, like...
Yeah.
And then they'll do like this. He don't understand none of that.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So when Will came up there, if Will had said, I'm going to beat your ass, he would have understood that. Yeah. But because he just walked up there, he's like, okay, he's probably coming to tell me something. Yeah. So he leaned in like that, not thinking he's going to get slapped, right? And that's when he's like, okay. Because I don't see anything wrong with talking about... He didn't even talk about her bald head. He called her G.I. Jane. G.I. Jane. Which, to me, G.I. Jane was beautiful. Because Demi Moore is gorgeous. But I really feel like it's some kind of manipulation on Jada's part. Yeah. I'm not even like pissed at Will. I'm pissed at Jada. Yeah. You know that's where my daughter got me, right? I wish that she would come back on time that you could hear her sing.
Yeah. I wish I meet her. But you said she had like work.
Yeah. What time are you leaving anyways? Because we don't want you to leave.
Honestly? Basically, whenever we're like done talking, I don't really have anywhere to go.
I don't know what time it is right. Oh, I have a watch. He's gonna be home in 15 minutes.
Oh, okay, perfect.
He's gonna be home. We're gonna spring it on her.
Oh yeah.
Jada, can you sing for twice?
Oh, she really like is about like she'll sing on the spot.
But we're springing on her.
That's that's real confidence. Cause
we can't keep it in the video though, because then I won't be able to monetize this video. Will I be able to monetize this video being that you cursed? I just have to say you have cursed, right? What did they do? Like put limited?
When you like submit, when you submit that you have
I pick the one that says like cursing.
No, they usually that's what I do because I curse in every video. So almost every video literally has me submitting like cursing, and they let me go. Sometimes they'll look into it and be like, okay, let me look. Sometimes they'll take 2 days to literally approve the video.
It's okay. I'll put it on. But I don't care if this video doesn't get monetized or not. I wanted to collab with you, not for business purposes per se. I wanted to collab with you because I like you. I've been watching you for years. I appreciate that. You know? And I like your vibe. I like that you say what you mean. You don't know how many of your videos I've sent to different family members that are going through stuff with family members. I'm like, you have to watch him. Because this little kid is talking live shit right here. You know, and the way you say just walk away and put up boundaries and you can love people from a distance.
Think about all the nice things you did, like going out of your way, paying for stuff, and you think in the back of your mind, they wouldn't have done that shit for me. They wouldn't have done that stuff for me if I need them to, or they would have found an excuse.
They said, I read something that said stop swimming across whole oceans for people who wouldn't even jump across a puddle for you.
And that shit hurts sometimes because you literally do things with genuine intention. Like you want to help, like you want to be there for them. But then you think about all the things like they do, or the little subtle signs they show you that they don't really, mess with you like that. Or I guess you could say some people are just selfish. People are just out for themselves, and that shit hurts your feelings. But then it hurts even more when you have to just say, you know what, I'm done. Because you think in the back of your mind, damn, I want to help, but you like, I can't, because I know it would hurt me if I helped you.
You see how much information you gave me just now about stocks, right?
Yeah.
And you said people don't want to give you the information, but
Yeah.
you're just giving a whole bunch of information, and that's what my close viewers, the viewers that are close to me, say. You don't understand how much information you give us and warnings and stuff to look out. Like when the pandemic first started, we sold 150 masks and sent it to my viewers out of our own dime. You know what I mean? I watch you, the way you do your business on YouTube. Like for instance, I don't see you do brand collabs.
Not many.
Where you're sponsoring where a brand is sponsoring you, right?
Yeah, not many.
And I said there must be a reason why he's not doing that. So I watch people like Bells Plus 2, and sometimes she doesn't even have any content to put up, but she has to come on camera to do these commercials.
Like she'll force it in a way.
Yeah.
A lot of influencers do that.
Like I saw her do one where she was promoting a daycare, and she had 2 babies at the time. But those babies have never been to daycare.
Yeah.
How can I promote something like that when my kids haven't gone there? And you say, well, okay, on the TV, they put the commercials and these people don't use that stuff, right? But it's like, no, we're different because we're supposed to be influencers. So we should really try that thing if we're going to tell people we try that thing, right?
No.
And that kind of turned me off. I'm like, I don't even think she uses this stuff. And, those kids have never been to daycare. Why is she promoting this whole daycare?
It's about integrity. Like, you can't just be saying yes to every single person that wants to throw you some money for a promotion. That just shows that you're willing to just, I guess you could say, put profit over people. So I see what you mean. It's like, it's almost like for example, like if a fat person tries to sell me, like, I guess you could say weight loss pills. It's like, bitch, why don't you use them? That type of shit. It's like, you don't even use them shits. Or with someone who's like in a whole, like, I guess you could say, like entanglement or some shit, try to promote like a damn.
There you go, messing with Jada again.
Yeah, like someone trying to promote a damn entanglement, but yeah, they're promoting like dating apps, and it's like, but you're in a whole love triangle. Like, why should I trust your word?
Yeah. I agree. A preacher that I used to follow would say, you don't want to learn how to lose weight from your 500-pound sister-in-law. No. And don't get me wrong, some people that are overweight, they do have some weight loss tips. They're just not doing it. They do have some tips, but they're just not doing it. And so for me, like you said, I want to see that you're doing that thing. For me to know that, okay, you're good at it. Go ahead. This one has the fish.
Oh, yeah,
so one has the fish, and the one has the refried beans. Joe, can you bring me the panade sauce? There's a sauce that you put on it.
Oh,
he's bringing it right there on the table. It's the big one. We didn't even make the garnachus the other way that people make it. So this is just onion, cabbage, and salt and pepper.
I can't wait.
Okay.
You could use a pepper too.
My God, you see how much of that thing he ate?
Yeah, you did a really good job. Really good job.
Joe,
I love it.
I told him he's going to need ice cream tonight.
I love it. You guys need to sell it or
You're
something.
worse than me, man. I can.
Yeah, I still want more.
So you can use any utensil on this one. You don't have to use the plastic one.
You know what I mean?
And
you got a clean one?
There's a clean one here.
Okay.
This one only had some cheese drop on it. Okay. And you put that on top, and then don't get it on your clothes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he came so pretty today.
Cute.
And he has his this one's
beautiful necklace. It's called a Laramar necklace.
A Laramar.
Laramar. Yeah.
Laramar, and it's from the Dominican Republic.
Yeah,
right?
you can only find it there. I bought it online though.
So are you gonna go to Belize? You were asking.
I really do. I want to go to Belize City. I really love it. Like the mountains, the view. I want to see like the pyramids. What are the pyramids called again?
The ruins.
I want to see it. I just want to visit.
They're nice. When I grew up there and I went to school, we would go to the ruins for field trips. But we would have to learn about the history and what went on, and that part I didn't care. I just wanted to go there, right? And so we went back to Belize in 2013, and my friend Mark, he's a whole archaeologist and everything, so he knows all this stuff. He up in there teaching a whole history thing about the ruins and the medicines that they use. You know how you do the sea moss and stuff, and he would show you everything. And my kids were like, "We just want to go climb it. We just want to go climb it." Mark, shut up, shut up. I'm like, you have to learn this stuff. Yeah. I had a great appreciation for it the second time around, because when I was little, I didn't have no appreciation for it, right?
And you're from there, but you learned about it now.
Yeah. So when we only went back to Belize 3 times since we came. So my mom brought us here like at the ending of 1981. Joe came 1979. I didn't know Joe in Belize. And so I met Joe through my aunt, the one that had the wedding.
Yeah.
My aunt was friends with him because her husband's cousin, which is a female, she and her husband were friends with Joe. And so that's how my aunt and her husband met Joe. My aunt doesn't drive. And so every time her husband went away for his army weekend, what do they call that weekend again when you go? You know what I mean, right? They just go for a weekend and they train or whatever back in the day. They still do it now, but he's old. He's 70.
I'm not sure.
Joe, what they call the army weekend? The army weekend when Philip used to go for the weekends.
Reserve.
Reserve? Okay, the reserve weekend, they would have to go train. And she didn't have no ride nowhere, so she called Joe. And she's all like, can you give me a ride over to my sister? She made some rice pudding. I want to go pick up some rice pudding. Joe came, and I liked his demeanor. He was quiet, easygoing, and everything. So I told her, give me his number, right? And she's like, she did this in her. Didn't have
Little phone books back then.
Phone book, you know what I mean?
Phone books.
See his number? She only had to do that once. I'm good with numbers. I probably still know the damn number.
Really?
And so I called him. He was not interested. Choice. He was not interested. I had Coke bottom glasses because I'm very nearsighted, and I had long hair that I did nothing to it. Yeah, I mean I combed it, but it's just like, is she cousin it? The hell is she, right? And so then he talked with me on the phone, and I spoke, like you said, genuine, intelligent,
genuine,
and not show
open.
off and put him down and stuff,
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, she seems like cool people.
You guys ever tell the story time on YouTube about how you guys met?
I tell it, but I can't tell it with Joe because he tells a lot of lies.
Are you sure?
Joe, bring me some more. Oh, I got paper.
Y'all
You
should.
You tried the meat pie, right?
Oh yes, yeah, it was really good.
Cool.
Especially with the hot sauce. Also,
No, I just wanted paper, but I had it. What do you
You
need?
don't need nothing sweet right now.
He has all the sweet thing right there.
You got the corn bun?
What do you need?
what is it?
No, bring that so I can show him what that is. We know you can't eat all of this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But whatever you want to take home, we're going to pack a doggy bag for you.
Thank you.
I wanted you to try the pigtail. Just to tell them how. Just a nibble,
Like this, you could with your breakfast in the morning, you could eat like a breakfast cake.
You're not going to get this boy fat again. He broke the curse of obesity.
Oh no, trust me, I haven't eaten all day. Sometimes like I'll be fasting, like I'll fast for like 3 days, and I'll eat like a whole bunch of whatever I want.
Oh, that makes sense. All right, the pigtail, just a nibble so you can tell if you like the texture, the taste. It's salty.
Okay.
It doesn't taste bad. It's just salty. Well, Joe boiled out a lot of the salt, so you're not going to get sick from the salt. Give me my water. I can't even eat because I'm enjoying myself so much with him. What do you think, texture-wise?
It's not bad. I was a little bit nervous at first because I was like, oh wow, maybe that needs to go back in the oven. But
It's boiled. It's cooked. It's boiled, and when we bite, it's in a brine already.
let's try it with some hot sauce.
It's pickled pigtail in the water.
He's gonna try with some hot sauce. You don't have no fiery hot? No?
I got that.
In the pantry. In the pantry on the turny thing.
I don't have it, man. I got this one.
Yeah. But you guys definitely got to tell the story of how you guys met.
I've told it, like I dibble dabbled here and there how we met and all
I
that
got this
stuff.
one that I give him. Beware.
No, don't open it. I want him to take it sealed. He's actually eating it. No, I don't like the texture. It's not because it's a tail of the pig, because Belizean's gonna drag me. Oh, what she trying to play? She don't eat pigtail. I didn't eat pigtail ever since I was a choice. I was a picky eater.
Really?
My grandma had me stinking spoiled, and I would cry and say, all they have is boiled up. I never liked this dinner when I was growing up, because the only thing you normally do was snapper, but we did salmon because snapper's too damn expensive right now.
Oh hell yeah.
So,
no.
I don't eat this. This is cocoa, but in America they call it taro, T-A-R-O, not like the cards.
Oh, okay.
They call it taro.
Ice cream that sometimes you eat something.
Have you tasted taro frozen yogurt?
No, I haven't. Let's try this.
And remember, you can dip that in that sauce if you don't like it. But taste it first if you like it. I don't like the taste of that.
I don't do fun of that.
Right?
No.
Right? You want paper?
No, good.
Spit it out.
No, man.
No,
sweet
no. This one's cassava or yucca.
Yucca.
Joe likes that one.
Yeah, I've had it before.
Okay, and when I was growing up, I didn't like the sweet potato. But that's the sweet potato that we get in Belize, not the yams that you get here in America.
Oh yeah.
I like that now. I like the right plantain now. I like the regular potato, the egg, of course, the fish, and I like the boiled cake. This is boiled, see? It's a bread that's boiled.
Let's see.
Joe doesn't like the boiled cake.
It's not this spongy.
He doesn't like the texture of the boiled cake.
It doesn't really have a taste.
No, it's bland because you're
No.
supposed to like throw all that crap.
Tastes
on
like
top of it.
invisible.
Mhm.
No.
I mean, if you're starving,
I'm starving. So
I like the boiled cake with the sauce. Me personally, I like the boiled cake with the sauce.
You call it sweet potato?
Sweet potato.
This one right there. He's such a good sport. I'm pouring in sweat, you guys, and the AC's on.
And this is sweet potato from Belize. This is amazing. I've never
Yeah,
had this
they
before.
grow it here too, right, Joe? No?
Mostly in the Caribbean and Mexico.
This is mostly for the Caribbean, so it probably came up from Mexico. You know, Costco, when they have papaya, it comes straight from Belize. It'll say
know that.
Belizean papaya.
But I'm sure you guys have the best papaya.
Does
If I
it
go-
taste different than the yams to you?
Yeah. It's really good. I'm like, wow, I've never
We
had
make
this
a pudding
before.
from it too. We have one that we do with coconut milk. We do a lot of things with coconut milk.
Yeah.
And I think that's why my top 5 geography, I have a lot of Filipinos. And the
Do you
top 5
cook?
Filipinos are always in there.
You don't cook?
Oh no, I'm not much of a cook. I just use my air fryer. I, we'll eat a TV dinner and that's about it.
Oh, okay.
He
And-
cooks that damn alligator.
Oh yeah, I'll cook out here. Like I can try, like I can attempt like spaghetti and like throw something in the oven, but I don't really, I'm not much of a cook.
You think you could follow a recipe, like if you
Oh,
got
yeah.
one of my books?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna buy your book.
I have a copy of each to give you.
I
You can't
will.
you can't buy nothing here.
Yeah.
Your money's no good here. You can't buy nothing here.
Okay. Thank you so much. I definitely have
It's
to.
a gift. It's a gift.
What-
Uh-huh.
Well, like what type of cookbook is it? Like, what's
You want to bring them for me,
Is it
baby?
more so like
I'll show you.
pastries? Okay.
I'll show you so we could get cheap advertisement in here too.
Okay.
I made commercials, for my books. So this is my I told you already on the phone. The man's
Yeah.
ripping me off from the first book. So unofficially, I had a first book that was called The Small Change Diet: How I Broke the Curse of Obesity by Making Small Changes. And that's my first book that I wrote, and that's with Ex Libris. They're stealing from me too, but not big time stealing, whatever. I don't want to sell that book anyways. I've changed my way of eating since that book. I've
Right.
even changed from that. So that's neither here nor there. So I went with that other person, Author Inc., to do the cookbook. And I really built rapport with that man. And I think that's why he's able to rip me off, because he knew that I trusted him and everything. And he's selling that book on Amazon. He's not even selling the one I was selling with the spiral and the color photo inserts. He's selling a black and white perfect bound. When it comes to cookbook, I don't want my cookbooks to have perfect glue, the perfect bound, because you can't leave it open on the counter. Now this one's perfect because it's so soft. It's a soft cover and flexible that you can open it and put it in a Ziploc bag, and you don't have to get it dirty, and you can see your recipe.
Okay.
So this one works for that. So this, I redid the Belize book. I took out some of the recipes that were in the other one because they weren't really Belizean recipes. They were like carrot cake and maybe it's like some muffin or something, and Belizeans don't really make that. So I took those out, put in more Belizean recipes, because by then people are like, you have my recipe, girl. Like you said, they don't want to help you. Oh, Joe, the potato salad. Joe, I have a little bowl in the fridge. I want you to taste that.
Oh yeah,
Mommy's
I
potato
love
salad.
potato salad.
A little bowl in the fridge already set out. It was already in the, a little bowl, but it's okay. We'll serve it with something here. We have a fork. So now we put peas and carrots in the potato salad.
Interesting.
And I get dragged for that, but that's a Caribbean thing. There you go, baby. Thank you, babe. So this book has 120 Belizean recipes. Very simple to read and understand. I write it like if the person doesn't know how to cook. The person that has the book. Hi, Jada.
Hi.
Come on in. He was waiting for you.
Hi, nice
And
to meet
I told
you.
I'll hug you later.
Yeah.
I told him that we're gonna beg you to sing for him, and he goes, she sings on the spot like that. I go, we're gonna beg.
When you have a talent in a Caribbean household, just know they're gonna extort
Put you on the spot.
No, this one choice, and I already wrote stuff in here. I didn't put your name yet because I want to make sure I'm giving you all. This one is stuff that I've done on my show, but stuff that I think I'm good at. And later, as I marketed it, I realized it's better than restaurant quality meals at home.
Okay.
Because restaurant quality meals sometimes ain't shit.
Yeah.
We already know that, right? So see, I have all these recipes in here. This one has 111.
Wow.
And then this one, I was talking to an old Belizean man on the phone, and he goes, I want to buy one of your books, but I want to know which one has the small batches of the recipe, because I'm all alone. My kids are gone. I've got no grandkids. I don't have a wife no more. And I said, sir, I don't have anything in my books that's small batch. So that inspired me to do this book.
Wow.
The No More Leftovers. So it's just a small batch of it. It's not, some of the meals
That's
are for
a cute
two.
name. No More Leftovers.
Yeah, it took me like the whole time I was writing this book to come up with a name. And you know how I did? My aunt called me one day, the one I had the wedding, and she said, when are you going to be done with that book? Because she's just her and her husband, right? When are you going to be done with that book? And I go, the one where you don't have no leftovers. I said, oh, that's the name, God, thank you. I had like 50 names chosen for this book, right? It was going to be called the Small Batch Book. So this has 95 recipes. We do all our own pictures.
Beautiful. That cake is beautiful. What's this cake called?
This is the same cake that we have here for you to taste, and it has the royal icing. And Jada just got some flowers from Walmart, you know, from the cake part, the cake department, and put that on there. So all the pictures we take ourselves. See, this is all food that I made myself, bagels and stuff like that. I was like packaging Troyce's doggy bag, and I remember that we made tamales. He's not gonna necessarily eat, but he's gonna open it and show you. So unwrap it. Remember, guys, we're not buying this book. Pick up a copy of this book instead. Beans and Rice Volume 2 is the only Belizean cookbook backed by the Bear Pantry Show. Take a look at all these wonderful recipes you'll find inside the pages. Not interested in Belizean dishes? Then the Pantry Laid Bare with these better than restaurant quality comfort foods might be the perfect book for you. Only need a small batch or a meal for two? Then pick up a copy of No More Leftovers. Each book has many choices of delicious dishes from basic ingredients.